Hello. So today is it's the 26th. Oh, come on. No, it's the 27th of July. And before I begin, I want to just say thank you to Source, to Spirit, to my spirit team, my ancestors, all the gods and goddesses who have been with me, and all the spiritual guides who are mentoring me and giving me very valuable advice, whether you know it or not, but I think you know who you are. So today I want to talk about unconditional versus conditional love, and the best way to spot a narcissist, whether that's in your parents, in your siblings, in your friends, partners, whatever, is to see if their love is conditional or unconditional. And so far in all my relationships, like almost all of my relationships, I've always only experienced conditional love. Like, people love me as long as I follow the script that I'm supposed to follow. Like, for example, for my parents, it was that the role I was supposed to play was the kind of servant role, and I was supposed to just play that out, to always be there for them, do everything for them, reflect, support them whenever they needed emotional support, whether or not they had supported me in return. Sort of give them the unconditional love and take relentless abuse in return. This was supposed to be my role, and I've broken out of that role. So there's some things that were revealed to me. So for example, I knew there was some kind of, I've been warned a few times about something to do with a car and something affecting my credit score, but I didn't know what. When I asked God, do I need to do something about this? Do I need to look into this? He was like, no, you just need to be aware that this is going to happen, and this is happening. You don't need to worry about it. It's going to sort itself out, but you just need to be aware that this is going on. And I got a message today that I should check my spam mail, and I did, and I saw I had some emails from my parents. Because I'd blocked them, so they went into spam. I didn't realize that would happen. I thought I would just not receive any emails, but now I know. So basically, there's been mail that's coming under my name to their house, and because I had in a previous post I had said that they opened my post and I don't like it, they said they stopped, but then one came with the envelope already torn open. I don't know if that's true, but whatever. But apparently when they looked at it, it showed that I was in a lot of trouble because with the DVLA, and there's something wrong with the something about the car that I told you about, the Nissan Juke I bought that broke down, and then I filed a report with the consumer court, and then I got it sent back to the mechanic, and they said they were going to do repairs, but then apparently someone took that car and parked it in various places to try and get me in trouble. So there's a lot of parking fines racked up since the 20th of June that I wasn't aware of, and now there's credit issues against me. This is again a scare tactic, to make me kind of feel afraid and to make me go back into that matrix that I got out of. So no thank you. I mean, okay, fine, what's the worst you're gonna do to me? I'm gonna get a credit report issues, fine. It's not gonna affect my real life. My life has, I mean, okay, fine. You're gonna put me in jail, fine. I nearly went to jail already. I almost faced that, and now it doesn't scare me anymore, because the worst kind of jail is the jail you are in your mind. So I'm happy, you know, give me jail, as long as, you know, to be honest, I've been there already, and it doesn't scare me anymore. It used to terrify me, but it doesn't scare me anymore, because fear is an illusion, and the only fear you feel, only feeling of trap, you can only be trapped if you allow yourself to be trapped. So let me get back to this car. So they parked the car in various places. I think the dealership really were trying to pull a number on me, because that car is, there's something seriously wrong with that car, and they know it, and they're trying to get me in trouble, because the ownership has not changed, because it's the dealership who, it's their responsibility to change the ownership, not mine, because I returned it under the Consumer Rights Act, and I've got email proof, everything, and I've got proof that I had it delivered back to them. I also have a witness who's a truck driver who actually took the car there on my request. He's a tow truck driver who helped me out. So I have all those records. But what really hit me about this was my dad had actually, he sent emails on my behalf saying, you know, really advocating for me, and he sent me the copies of those emails. And honestly, I was quite touched, because I felt like this is a man who really is sorry, and I feel like if you're really sorry, then I'm happy, you know, I'm, like I said, I have no problems with forgiveness to people who are really sorry. I don't have anything against you. I forgave my grandfather for the same thing that my father did to me, so I'd be a hypocrite to not forgive you. So, but as I said, karma, accountability, all of those things, there's nothing I can do about. It's not my role to take that on. That's yours to carry, because you're the one who did the wrong, not me. And I don't want to have contact with you, at least not in the immediate future. Then my mother also emailed me, and that was full of manipulation, like full-on manipulation. Like, she hasn't changed at all, and she clearly still thinks that I owe her something, that she's entitled to my life. Basically, she wants to be still in control of my life, because I was quite touched when the thing is, she has the same gifts that I have. So she picked up on my desperation and pain when I was feeling, basically I was desperately in need of money, because I was basically homeless. I was broke. I didn't even have money to like buy anything. I had like maybe 10p left, so I didn't have money for food. I didn't have money to stay anywhere. I was getting sick. It was cold, and it was raining that day again, so that was like the second or third night that that was the second night in a row that I had been out without a place to stay. And it's like, just when I gave up, I was like, I really am desperate at this point. I'm like, I've done everything I can, but nothing is happening from the universe's side. And in that moment where I felt like giving up, my mother sent me some money into my bank account, and I thought that was because she picked up on my pain and felt sorry, and because she loved me. But no, because it's, again, I fell into that trap of thinking that her love is or her need for control is actually her care, or care is control, or something like that. It's like she used the knowledge that was real. She knew that I was desperate. She sent me money, and then when I responded to because when I saw these emails, I actually responded saying, "Oh, thank you for sorting this out. I appreciate it." And she responded by basically like the usual manipulations. One thing that really gets me is like trying to push me to see the GP, and this is the second time. Like, I found an old email like from the beginning of July from her that said, "Oh, we've made an appointment for you to see the DP. Please go and talk to her about your problems," or something like that. And again now, and then something about, if you tell your employee, if you want to continue your medical education, you can tell your employers, if you've been under a lot of stress, like trying to make me think that this is because I'm not understanding that the decisions I'm making are because I am living my own life for the first time, and not because I'm having some kind of mental breakdown. I mean, do I look like a kind of person who's having a mental breakdown right now? I really don't think so. And I think whoever is watching this is intelligent enough to see that. But the fact that she's still trying to make me out to be mentally unstable and trying to get me to see see the GP so that she can that narrative can continue, and not understanding that I never wanted to be a doctor. I never ever wanted to be a doctor. So why is she still trying to push me towards a career that I have no interest in? I'm building my own life, my own career. I just want to be left alone. So they're trying to use this situation that I think she's trying to make me feel afraid of this whole credit issue, and they're also offering financial support. I'm like, no, I don't need it, because the universe is going to take care of me. I know what's going to happen. Whatever is owed to me will come to me. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about money. I mean, obviously there are moments when I'm worried about money. For example, like when I was homeless, when I was sick, when I was didn't have money to eat. But that was all temporary, I know that no matter what, God will take care of me. And He has, every single time. He's the only one who's been there unconditionally. This is why I'm so dedicated to Him. So yeah, that was an incident that happened today, because I saw the messages today. It also made me realize, because there's a lot of, it's weird, because my relationship with my best friend, who I fell in love with, that narcissistic relationship, that was kind of it was sort of a mirror for my relationship with my parents, because it kind of triggered both my mother wounds and my father wounds. So I kind of worked through the father wounds quite early on, but the mother wounds were still there, because once I gave up on him, he started playing the "oh, you're abandoning me" card, which is basically the same card that my mother always plays on me. Like, "Oh, you're abandoning me when I need you the most," forgetting that you abandoned me at a moment when I needed you most, and then I'm being blamed for doing that back, where I'm not actually doing that. I'm just walking away because, for one thing, it's not a healthy relationship. It's codependency. He is codependent. He is so addicted to things like alcohol, drugs, sex. He's addicted, and he's codependent on his relationships. And that is a pattern that needs to be broken. And me staying there in that relationship, despite how much I love him, is not going to help him. It's only going to hurt him. So the best thing I can do for him, even though it broke my heart too, is to walk away from him. Because I still love him. I know that because ultimately, you don't just stop loving people because they hurt you. That's not how real love works. No matter how much you tell yourself you don't love them anymore. That's not how it works. That's just denial speaking. And you kind of have to see through all that denial, go underneath to what the real emotions are. And the real emotions are that you do still love them, but you understand that they're not able to love you the way you deserve to be loved, way you need to be loved. Because I have needs like everyone else, and he's not able to meet those needs. And not only is he not able to meet those needs, he also continues to pick at wounds that I'm trying to heal desperately. And I'm probably doing the same thing to him, because that's how it works. When you meet someone who's like a real relationship, you trigger each other and you show each other what needs to heal. And in this case, we need to break up. It has to happen. I have to walk away from him, because his toxicity, he needs to work on his toxicity, just the way I worked on my toxicity. I also had toxic patterns that I recognized and I worked on. And I'm getting to a stage where I can be in a secure relationship in love. And I'm getting very close to that stage. I'm very happy, and the way I've done that is to invest in myself, to pour into self-care, to not look for someone else to come and meet my needs, to meet my own needs, to become my own best friend, father, mother, sister, child. You know, I am providing all of that to myself. It's very strange. It's very, very strange, but that's how it is. And sometimes I feel like I have two kids. One is my inner child, the little baby, and then the child who had to fight so hard to protect that inner child. My little scrapper is what I call her. And she had a huge chip on her shoulder. She felt like she was alone against the world, and she had to fight all the time, and she had to do this and that. She just had her barriers up. Her walls were not, up so high, and they were just impenetrable. She didn't trust anyone. She didn't let anyone in. She didn't love she just was this massive ball of denial and desperate for love, and that was drawing all these narcissists towards her. But she's healed now too. I know it's weird to talk about different aspects of myself, and this is how I gotta do it. This is how I kind of separate I don't know. I'm not gonna make it too complicated, but this is how it is. So I'm currently at my highest self. Although a lot of the time I'm fighting, because my scrapper and I are fighting over control, because she is still very much, she needs to be in control, and I am kind of going between that control versus not surrendering to the universe. And that's the struggle I'm at right now. I'm getting better and better with every day, and I'm getting some good feedback from Spirit about the progress I'm making. So I'm good. What else did I want to say? I think for now it's enough, and then I'll come back later when I need to.